Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of PrematchMuti. And today in the house, we have Wonga Denga the Denganator, aka Denga Sora. We've got Musa Sisele, aka the Big Moose.
Champions League finalist.
There we go. Couldn't say it there myself. We've got
I go by
Nick
Champions League
Stothard.
finalist nowadays. Ben.
Yeah, that's all you guys are going to be. Our finalists, we'll keep that.
The wrong person made for the final, guys. The wrong person made for the final.
Exactly.
Nah, man. Come on. Don't be a hater, bro.
Come on. Don't be a hater, dog. There's no need to be a hater, man.
I said congrats to you in the group yesterday, so I'm not a hater at all, man. I just said congrats. It's just I'm not ready for all the noise that you're gonna cause on the show tonight.
Okay, I'll keep it quiet. I'll keep it mum.
Well, no, it's already started making the noise. The noise is already coming through. I didn't even finish the introduction.
Exactly. Imagine, man. You know,
There's no need to finish.
me, bro.
The other teams don't match
bro.
us, sir.
Introduce me, man.
imagine.
Yes, as I was saying, we
bro.
got Nick Stothard, aka Mr. Coach, the king of the north. We've got the man in the top right. Then we've got Selo Lolo Kale, the financial manager / Devil United guy. I don't know what he does in his spare time, but we know it entails horns. That's all I'm saying, because the Devils. I don't know. Selo, you want to comment on that?
No? I think let's pass on. Let's introduce Wonga there. The Denga Saurus.
No, we started with Wonga. You're sleeping.
Hey, we
brother.
started with me.
Oh,
We
This
started
guy
with it.
sleeps, man.
Hey,
As
he's
soon as
sleeping because he knows.
commentating, no.
He's come in with one ear going, I'm on mute today because I know there's going to be noise coming from the bottom corner there. That's what it is. I think.
Arjun's
We should be at the
already
top
here
corner,
with us,
to be
it's
fair.
just-
Arjun,
Hey.
welcome, sir. Welcome.
Arjun is
What's up,
back.
Mr. Arjun?
First man in. First man on the ball.
Love to see it. All
I
right,
hope Arjun got to watch a great display of football yesterday. Top quality football on display for all of Europe to see. Top talent doing its thing. The boys in navy blue are out to show the world what they have in store for the world, and I hope Arjun caught all of that, man. Since I don't know if people here are ready to talk about it.
I saw the sky blue. I saw the sky blue team, unfortunately, on Tuesday. And yesterday's match, as I said, man, I missed the first half, so I only caught the game from about the 60th minute when you guys were starting to miss chances. So I missed your first half if there was any masterclass. But you guys were defensively solid, it seems. From the highlights I saw the first half and the rest of the game I saw.
Yeah, I'm sure you saw
Mendy looked on point.
Yeah, that's
Mendy
brilliant.
helped a lot.
Yeah, Mendy was immense, man. I think it's pretty crazy the fact that he's a keeper that almost didn't make it as a goalkeeper, and then he almost was unemployed, and that whole story of him being unemployed and stuff, and finally getting a shot, and now he's about to be in the Champions League final, man.
If only
Shout out to that.
was like him, bro.
300,000 pounds a week.
De Gea should have they should have allowed the facts to go through. If they allowed the facts to go through, he would have about 2 Champions Leagues by now. So yeah, man, technical errors prevented him.
I don't know which planet Silo's living on about De Gea winning. Oh, you're saying with Real Madrid? I see.
Real Madrid, yeah.
Not with, okay, that facts.
No, Real Madrid.
But to be honest, you guys are mentioning Mendy's performance. I think it was an all-round performance by all of the players coming to the party. I can't. It is easy to single out 1 or 2 performers that were shining on the day, but I do have to make comment on the performance of the team in its entirety. I think we got to see a lot of the qualities that Tuchel has brought into the club, seeing the leadership come from all facets of the team. Like you saw players like Rudiger, like Thiago Silva, like Aspilicueta, like Jorginho, like Kante, like Werner, like Kai Havertz coming to the party, like Mason Mount, all showing their own individual type of leadership and that element of trying to be the best in their positions in the world. And yeah, I was super happy to see the performance that the boys put together. It was super, super exciting from my side.
Yeah, Musa, I mean, you were the one. I think everyone else here were leaning towards Real Madrid side. You stayed true to your side, but I do love the fact how Chelsea fans were writing off all their new signings, and then they make it to the Champions League final. Now Havertz is the savior. Eh?
Yep.
I wouldn't necessarily have it say he's the savior, but he has shone. Like in the past two months, he's been given his opportunities and he's used them very, very well. He went through a spell in the first the first 2 months when he actually joined Chelsea, where he was given good opportunity to play and display himself. It felt like Lampard was using him as his big money signing to try and prove his point, to say this is what he signed him for. And Havertz wasn't up to the pace and up to the intensity of the English Premier League. He had the class that you could see, like every time he touched the ball, he did look silky, but he just wasn't fitting the mold of the English Premier League. And it felt like he needed time. And
also, the lad also had COVID, though. He contracted COVID. There were not new signings. Yeah,
Claudia, can you please correct Jason there? What treble is he talking about? There's no treble if you don't have the FA Cup, man.
There is.
Yeah, but that's what Arjun's saying the same thing. He's saying it's a fake treble, isn't it, Jason?
It's a fake treble.
It's a fake one.
Liverpool fans celebrated a treble in 2001, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Worthington Cup, UEFA Cup, and the FA Cup. At least the FA Cup was there.
But there's no league. Where's the league? Where's the league?
They tried to call it
the league was missing.
because I think they won the Community Shield a few months after that, so they try to call it the quadruple.
No, rubbish.
Without the league.
That's a treble. That's a
And yet
treble.
players like Steven Gerrard still haven't won the league.
It's not
the Hoolier Red Army.
It's not the
Who
treble.
let the Reds out? Who?
Because a treble has three things: the domestic cup competition, the league, and the European Cup or Champions League.
What is
that?
100%.
The League Cup is not a domestic cup.
It's not.
It's another cup.
My friend.
A cup is a cup. If you can drink, if you can win it, and you can drink out of it,
You can
it's a cup.
qualify for Europe. You can qualify for Europe from the League Cup.
But not Champions League.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you come from the FA Cup.
And it's pointless.
Then you must say the FA Cup isn't classed as a treble winning trophy either.
It is because when
you qualify for the same tournament.
Because it is the domestic cup of England. So if you look at the domestic cup of Germany, it's the DFB Pokal. Of Spain, it's the Copa del Rey. Of Italy, it's Coppa Italia.
My friend, you qualify for the same tournament.
So no,
until next season you don't.
No,
I think I agree with Silo actually, because that's actually what the formation of the treble is. You could win a top 8 and then say you've just won another cup. That's part of the treble. It's just because you win 3 cups doesn't mean you've won a treble.
It does mean you've won a treble. There's just degrees of the treble.
United were in this position. Silo would be saying, we're going for the treble.
No ways, I would never say that. I would never say that because I know what a treble is. I know that Inter Milan, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester United have done trebles. That's what I've been.
And
That's
City
what I know.
are going to do one this season as well.
No, that's not a treble. That's not a treble, man. That's
If we were like 15 points ahead in the league, we'd then be fighting for a treble, to be fair.
Yes, Chelsea, if they were number 1, would be the ones fighting for the real treble. They're the ones who'd be fighting for a real treble if they were number 1 in the league now. Not this Mickey Mouse. Not this Mickey Mouse.
Big if though. Big if.
Carabao Cup. What's the Carabao Cup?
Guys, June's saying it. He's saying it right here. He's saying it right. The man comes in with facts. He's saying it's a treble. It's not the treble. And I think that's the thing that we're saying here.
Yes.
Depending on the club you support, there are different... Nick loves this word. There are different echelons of trebles in which you can achieve. I think. The if you find yourself in the lower bottom of the table, like an Arsenal, then it becomes the treble.
Nick is like, what? Come on, Nooks. He just switching us.
But Nick, you don't actually have to worry about the definition of a treble, sir. You have to actually win something to get the treble. You actually have to worry about trying to win something. Just let's win one, and then you can worry about the rest, man. For now, let it be loose-ended, my man.
Guys, Jason says it. Jay says, give them credit though, because if they do the Champions League and the Premier League title, regardless of whether or not it's the FA Cup or the Carabao, it's a treble nonetheless. And Pep Guardiola does deserve credit, despite everyone's had trouble this season except for City. We can argue they rested last season, and this is why they were fired up this season. But nonetheless, if they do achieve it, it will still be something. And you best believe those 10 cities fans will be celebrating it as the treble, and we'll see YouTube videos of awesome sort of edits put together, and that's kind of where they'll be headed, I think.
Yeah, we can give them credit, but it also is important to give credit for where it's like due. Like we have to do it correctly. You can't just give credit to say you won 3 cups and you deserve to say you won the treble. It's fine to say they won a version of a treble, but you can't just say they won the treble because they won 3 cups. Because they could then like win the FA Cup, win the Carabao Cup, win another funny cup, the ESL, but get relegated from the Premier League, and then you're like, it's not really a treble. There's no point in winning that treble.
No.
So it's like you have to take it with a bit of a pinch of salt.
But just to reel it back
That's
a little
what
bit,
some players work so hard for.
Yep, no, I agree with you. But Jason, you did throw the span in the works here, so thank you for derailing the show a little bit. We love to hear it. Just coming back to the Man City sort of China.
What?
Why don't you want to say my team's name properly, man?
I just got confused. It's like there's a short circuit. I just don't want to see 2 other English sides except for Liverpool. Chelsea and China. The China. But anyway, so the Chelsea and Man City final. Okay,
it's apparently going to be at Villa Park. Okay, imagine you that tweet that you got. That tweet that you got, Nick. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Imagine you make it to the Champions League final and they say, "Hey, man, you play at Villa Park." Villa Park. Nah.
Yeah, but I was watching Sky Sports News now. UEFA are set on it being in
Yeah,
Istanbul.
I saw it. I also watched.
But
the cases are hectic. The cases are hectic in Turkey, man. They've got the most cases per day in the whole of Europe. So it's a bit tricky.
I think the big thing for them is like UEFA have no reason to take it out of the UK because then they have more of an opportunity of having some degree of fans in the stadium. So the only reason they would want to take it is for monetary reasons, and that city would be getting, or that association would be getting some sort of monetary value out of it.
True. There's tourism as well.
But I mean, you can
not even tourism. I think UEFA would have to reimburse whatever they've promised to Istanbul and Turkey and all of those guys. And I think from that perspective, they want to make their money, but also they don't want to pay anyone money. I think it's one of those. But sorry, Nick, you were saying?
No, I think also I think it makes sense to have it in the UK because there's going to be 10,000 fans in the next 2 weeks in each stadium. I mean, why not? You know, I don't think what's going to be in Istanbul. I don't know. I think they were talking about 8,000 fans.
Yeah, 9,500.
But I don't know where those fans are going to come from. I mean, that the big talk of when Chelsea and Arsenal played that final in Azerbaijan was all because they wanted fans from that country to actually watch the final. No one really traveled.
Not to take.
It was just like an unrealistic traveling schedule for fans to go Baku. So like Istanbul isn't the closest European city either. Especially during COVID times.
That's bizarre.
It would just make sense to host it at a Wembley or, you know, one of the smallest stadiums in the UK. But I do agree with that tweet that I saw earlier. I mean, you work so hard the whole season and then you have to go play in Birmingham. It's like that just takes the glimmer off, the glimmer off everything.
To be fair, I saw Chelsea playing in Portugal and in I think it was Spain during the qualifiers for this, in the quarterfinals and in the semifinals for the finals. No, not in the semifinals, in the knockout and quarters, And look, it is nice to have them kind of playing in their home fields, but it doesn't really take away from the quality on the field when the players do play in a field which is away from a COVID zone, and it's only fair for them to protect the staff, the team, their support as much as possible, and doesn't take away anything from the quality on the day. If it were to move to Birmingham, I don't think the players would mind that much. I think they'd be pumped up for the occasion, even if it was in Pretoria in South Africa, right? Like,
but as in Pretoria, it'd be lovely.
Let's get to We'll get Patrice to make a plan there.
The quality on the day would shine through, and I think that's what we saw. I would have loved to have fans on Tuesday and Wednesday because the quality of the football that we saw was going to it was out of this world. We saw PSG versus Man City. That game, the quality that we saw on the field there was world class. And then we got Real Madrid and Chelsea yesterday, and that was also world-class performances. And it shows the quality and the depth of the players and the teams that are in the stage of the Champions League. So if there were fans, it would just be so exciting, so nice.
I agree. I agree with you though. Like, I don't think it's going to take anything from the fans. I think for your younger players who've never been in a sort of European final, traveling to Istanbul would be quite an experience, especially if the stadium was full. But I think for the fans, for the safety of the fans, and just logistical sense, it makes sense. I mean, for the guys in London, the guys in Manchester to hop on a train, 5,000 of them each, jump onto a train, they go to Birmingham. And then I can guarantee you're allowed to travel now all through Europe. The restrictions have been, all through the UK, the restrictions have been dropped. You'll find the rest of those fan bases in the city anyway, waiting for the results,
in the pubs.
in all the pubs.
Yeah.
So I think just from that point of view, it would make sense. There was another person who had commented on the tweet that I said that I had retweeted, was take it to Cardiff, because it's in the UK, but it's like, I mean, they hosted a couple of the cup finals there in the 2000s when Wembley was getting built, and apparently Cardiff is a great night out for fans. So you could take it within, even Glasgow was talked about, Hampden
even
Park,
Ireland,
Celtic Park.
Even Ireland's got nice stadiums.
So I think if you keep it local, and then you also you're going to pay for a flight to go to Istanbul as a fan. Through COVID times, people have been hit hard. Not everyone's got X amount to spend, but I think it will.
And they can't even go out on the night.
Yeah.
They're banking on the Y amount that people have to spend. You see, not the X, the Y.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the Y amount?
What's this guy?
But you will be able to find, to be fair, you will be able to find 10,000 fans to pay a lot of money for a European final. So,
Jeds, talking about, so obviously we got good coverage there on that sort of final. We've got the Europa sort of games tonight. We've got Arsenal versus Villarreal. We've got the possibility of 2 European finals being covered by all English teams. Can Arsenal do it, Wonga? You've been super quiet. I don't know if it's quiet because you know this. No one here is believing Arsenal can do it. Technically, they got one away goal. They're in a good position. Can they do it tonight?
It's funny. Wenger was asked the same question, obviously. And he said, Arsenal...
Sorry, just think about that. Wenger was asked the same question, and now you were asked that on Goal Lounge TV. I would say you guys are on the same sort of bracket here. I don't know.
You're the same level. Yeah.
Same level.
Exactly that. And then he said that he thinks Arsenal can win today. He says the possibility is there they can win. They can do it. But he said the league table shows the true status of the club. I don't know what I can't remember what the word he used, but he said the Premier League table shows the true status of the club. And I was like, that's actually a good statement. He said that, and that's the truth. Whether we win it or not, the truth is the club is struggling.
Where's Villarreal in Spain?
They're the same. They're seventh. Yeah, they're seventh. So, and they, if I'm not mistaken, they actually get into Europe by where they stand. They'll play Europa again if they stay where they are. But if Arsenal stay where they are and lose tonight, no, I think they're in a Europa spot. If I'm not mistaken.
Because they're seventh.
They're seventh.
Villarreal seventh, and then Barca won the Copa del Rey, so then they get in.
Is that the real trophy out of?
That's the real trophy. That's the real one. Okay. That's the real one. That's the real
one. I can't wait for next season for Man United to win the League Cup, and Celo's gonna just be so loud. And I'm going to remind you, please, this is recorded. Remember this show, number 30. What is it? Number 32. Number 32. We must go back to it, please, Claudio, as a reminder. Carry on there.
Crazy.
Thank you. What's it? There's Arjun saying it there. Martinelli again, not getting a chance. I think you guys have heard me many times here saying that I want Martinelli to start.
But he plays more than Donny van de Beek, man. I've seen that down the field. I haven't seen Donny. I only see him on Twitter. I see more on Twitter and Instagram than on the pitch.
I think I'll just say
why haven't you got him onto
part.
Our show yet, man?
Yeah, man, I should hit him up. Yeah.
He has time. Yeah. He has time.
Yes, time. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, the truth is, it's I can see what Arjun is saying, but Yeah, it's not as harsh as Van der Beek treatment. They completely ignore him there. I think Arsenal, I don't know if they're trying to manage him or something, or maybe the injuries, but the fact is when that guy was on the field, before he got that serious injury of his, everyone saw he was, I think he had a goal per game ratio. He was hot, he was on fire. But when you see him on the field, there's a desire, and that's what I like about him.
Mhm.
But going on to the game now, I think I haven't seen the lineup yet. I'm even still checking now if there's a lineup is available yet.
It is
But I don't
available.
see this.
It should be good. It's available an hour 15 before.
So the lineup is it's
Hectic.
Bernd
Oh, there we
Leno,
go.
Rob Holding, Pablo Mari, Granit
Oh
Xhaka,
God.
Hector Bellerin,
Oh God.
Saka, Thomas, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Aubameyang, aka Travis Scott, and Nicolas Pepe.
Oh, Nicolas Pepe.
So-
Okay, but Pepe's been on form.
Not bad.
Pepe's been on form. Pepe's been, I
Yeah,
think, he
so-
scored in the last 3 games in Europe, so he's been on form.
So I don't know why, but we'll see today how this goes. But even
Yes, that's true.
Arjun, take a chill pill.
Arjun, you're right, man. Last season,
Yeah.
he tore Lampard's defense apart. They saw nothing.
Take a chill
left
pill,
nothing.
Arjun.
Kante was trying to swim. Kante was trying to swim. I remember that one.
The 30% he couldn't cover up the earth.
He was pulling a Sterling there. He was like,
But and then look, now I'm looking at this lineup now, and I was just hoping I wouldn't see it. Look on my side, I see as 3-4-3, and I see Xhaka at the defense there again. I can't understand it. Even it was Ian Wright was asked about Arsenal. He was of the opinion that Xhaka should play this position. He doesn't. He says Ceballos doesn't start in his starting 11. He says he'd rather play on Neni. And then he said,
I agree with that.
Yeah, and then he said,
as well from my view.
so because he said, and then he says the energy, and then you can see there's a desire in him and his energy, and that's
He should be
that's
playing.
what Arsenal.
For me, he
Yeah,
should be
that's-
playing every game because you know
And
what
he
you can get
scored-
out.
he scored against
But
South
it's a little
Africa.
bit defensive. Like now, you guys have to go and take the game to Villarreal, you know. And
Yeah, for
Nani, I
tonight's
don't know
game.
if he's the guy.
But
Oh,
at least you
then
can
he
trust him.
works.
Oh,
also
Nini you can
works.
trust.
Yes.
He's a
Also,
poor
one-
man's.
one-
He's a poor
one nil,
man's
guys.
Kante, is what he is. But still,
But
he does
also
the job.
1-0, guys.
He's a
against
poor
Arsenal.
man's Kante.
Arsenal gets through 1-0, guys.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and the
do
thing
you,
is-
do you see them keeping a clean sheet though?
A clean
No,
sheet.
No, you don't. Look, we've got Holding is there. Murray in the center. No, we're not keeping a clean sheet today. 100% not.
Why
yeah.
why is Gabriel Miguelis benching so much? He started the season so well.
Who?
Gabriel Miguelis.
I don't know. He's not even on the starting. He's not even on the bench here.
No,
We're
but
talking about-
I thought the
Miguelis-
man froze for a second there.
Gabriel
I thought he
Miguelis, the
froze.
centre back.
Oh,
Wanga's
Gabriel,
busy
no,
getting-
he's not there. You know, he's not even on the. I don't even think he's on the. Oh, there he's on the bench. I don't know what he's.
No, I
his
know
issue
he's
as
on
well.
the, I
He
know he's on the
started-
bench because he's been.
Sorry,
Uh,
he started.
Is David Silva
No,
injured?
he's
He
there, yeah.
started well. I think it's injuries
Guys,
that
is
these
Wanga-
guys are managing with him.
Is Wanga going to
But-
tune into Sky Sports soon to give
100%.
his-
Wanga's getting a live feed
Yeah,
from
live.
Arsenal directly. That's why his hands holding his earpiece there. Oh, jeez.
Close, you need to get him a Sky Sports mic.
But
He's out there like this with a mic.
Guys, next time we
Reporting
see, he's going to
live.
be in studio with Wenger and he's going to be talking next to Carrigan and
And
Neville,
Thierry
yeah,
Henry is
Hey,
gonna do that thing. You remember that time when I remember who got fired and then Thierry Henry touched Carrigan's thigh. Like
yeah, I remember. Who was that? I can't remember what he
he's
said.
gonna do that tonight with them in the studio.
You know,
But honestly, I don't think-
Arjun's
I
saying,
think-
he's saying, sorry, Musa, Arjun's saying, you know, the best pivot for Arsenal is Partey and Xhaka next to each other. Personally, guys,
True.
I don't agree with the Xhaka thing. I think Xhaka must move on now. I think give El Nini the go because you can rely on the guy. He can only
Yes.
do X, Y. We talk about X, Ys, and Zs. The man sticks to his little triangle. He's not trying to do Pythagoras when he only knows trapeziums. You know what I'm saying? And that's Xhaka thinks he's
even
something
think-
else that he's not.
Speak
I
English.
don't even think Partey. I don't think if they've got
English.
Partey, I don't think they should be using two defensive midfielders. I'd put like a Smith Rowe in front of him as well, and then a Martinelli in front of them. Like both Martinelli and Smith Rowe in front of Partey to get everybody else involved. because Partey has
Yeah.
been able to hold his own in Spanish football and European football with Athletic, and they're trying to create this pivot there at Arsenal, which I don't know, man. They're protecting that defense, but they're not going forward expressively, and that's I don't know.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Man United situation where they got the McFred. It's almost like they're forcing Gherkins into the midfield. You just need the one. The Patty's enough, bro. You just need the Patty. He's the Patty. You don't need no Gherkins, Scott McTominay and Fred. That's what's going on there.
What? You hear the stuff? You hear the stuff? What? Petty Party.
Given that,
You need
but look at Shaka.
What?
Shaka. Arjun is saying that Saka should play left back, but we've got Suarez,
Cedric.
Cedric. Sorry,
Cedric,
the guy from the
Cedric
Portuguese.
Suarez,
He's
solid.
He's been, when I've seen him play, I thought he's exceptional, and I like the energy he has playing in the left back or the right back. And Arsenal bought him for that reason. Now you're benching the guy. He's not had a horrible game. I mean, gee whiz. Holding and them probably had worse games than that guy. He's played very well. So I can't understand why is he putting Shaka now to the left back, a place where he's not even familiar with. Shaka needs to be on the bench. If I look at
Cedric
this,
makes me
He
think
doesn't
of
trust
those
his
players
left
that are
backs.
like a 6.5, 7.5 consistently, but will never get you like a 9.5 performance. Will never get you a 9 performance, but they'll never drop below
they'll never let you down.
6.5. Yeah,
But
exactly.
at
It's like
left back,
a
how many times do you need a
James
9 out
Milner
of
type
10?
of player.
guys, Shaka at a left back. If they get him one-on-one, you'll see. I'm gonna say I told you so. He's gonna get one-on-one. They're gonna push the ball to the right-hand side, and he's gonna watch the guy and hope Leno does something. It's gonna happen today, I promise you. Probably once or twice, and you're gonna get screwed because of that. I'm looking at the storyline.
Yeah,
So it sounds like Arsenal will not be in the final, sir.
No, look, I think up front,
round it off.
I think up front, going forward, I think we do have something there. Bellerin, I think it's also time for him. We must sell him before he gets cheaper and cheaper. But I think everyone else.
But don't forget, when you sell Bellerin, you need to sell him to a modeling capital of the world. You don't just sell him, eh? So you need to go to like a Milan or a Paris.
Roma.
I get you.
That's actually where he belongs.
I get you, but you delay it. If you delay that, what happens?
Or New York.
If you keep on delaying that, what happens?
I'm just saying that's probably like a condition of his contract. He has to be.
But listen, if he's modeling. Yeah, man, but men age like fine wine if they take care of themselves. So maybe there's still potential with the sell-on value because he's getting older, his face is maturing. It's a different look now. Now he's appealing to Gen Z. We can appeal to millennials maybe. So New York, Nick was saying New York's an option, right? Wanga, just to round off this sort of game. So overall thoughts of what you think might happen tonight with Arsenal before we move on to the next one.
Look, I'm not lying to you. I hope we win, Claudio. I hope we win. That's the honest truth about it.
Right,
That's the big honest truth.
The riveting analysis from Monga there. We win.
This is the stuff that's going to put him next to Carragher and Neville.
Right. I agree with our June there too. Bellerin to PSG to model their kids there, and 100%.
Ooh, yes, I think that's
Yes.
That
but
is
about
probably the most
PSG,
accurate
don't they have that other Dutch right back who's also a model? He was a right back 2 years ago. He's a model. He hasn't. I don't think he's actually left PSG.
Trente.
But he's modeling the Jordan kid.
Trente.
No, Dutch.
Bro, Trente he's like in the third league now. Jeepers.
I'll remember his name. But they have enough models, is what I'm thinking.
Let's get back to Man United 6-2. Yeah, man. What can I say? But what
to go tits up for you.
What Arjun was asking? It's a bit tricky. I think Solskjaer shouldn't have started Pogba because if Pogba gets a yellow card, he's going to miss the final. So I think he shouldn't have started him at all. And you've seen, man, the referees in Europe can be very stupid. They gave him a yellow. They gave him a yellow card for where he was trying to protect the ball, and they gave him a yellow card against Granada.
Didn't they bring a rule in that they eliminate yellow cards for finals?
So they eliminate yellow cards at the
last
semi-final stage.
16.
No. So once you get to the semi-finals, so any yellow card that you carried from before semi-finals, from like quarterfinals and last 16, then it gets wiped away.
Eliminated?
Yeah. So then he got a yellow card in the first leg of this against Roma. So if you get a yellow card in the first leg and second leg, you miss the final.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard.
So
That's
yeah.
very hard.
So I think he should have started all, man. Like we've got
100%.
we've got 4 games in 7 days, man. We play today, we play Sunday, we play Tuesday, and we play Thursday.
It's crazy.
Hey,
Imagine.
you're not going to play that game
as
against
Pumlani
Liverpool. They're
says-
going to come and storm the field again there.
I hope
They're
they
going to
do.
force it.
Yes, you are
They
right.
do.
You are right. There is a protest lined up for next week, Thursday again.
Yeah. Imagine
yeah,
they do it again.
There's another one for
I
next week
hope.
Thursday. So we'll see what happens. But
If they do it again, you guys are going to get the points taken away. Surely.
yes,
Yeah,
I
they
know.
have to.
Please,
They will be.
please.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, no, true. But the security needs to be better. All the guys must just sleep at Old Trafford if there's beds. I know, like Tottenham State. I know, like Tottenham.
They can use the
Tottenham
nets again.
Tottenham Stadium's got accommodation and stuff. So if Old Trafford was renovated and looking in the shape that it's supposed to, like other grounds, we would have accommodation for the players there. They could just sleep there. You know what I mean? I don't know if did you guys see the video of Kante leaving Stamford Bridge with his Mini Cooper, bro? Like, guys, can't these guys be taken away in a bus and then get dropped off at home or something? He's just driving in his Mini Cooper. Fans are like, and they're like throwing champagne on his car. The guy's Muslim, man. Respect the guy's car, man. Don't throw alcohol in his car, guys. Come on, man. Come on, guys.
But that guy used to run to work or walk to Leicester's ground, and then
That's what they
forced
said,
him to
yeah.
buy a car. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to like jog to training.
And he's
And
been
then,
driving a.
Yeah, they forced him to buy a car. Then it was a tired car of some sort, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No,
I can't remember what car they said.
The
Yeah.
boy just needs
It was
4
beat
wheels.
up.
I think Ranieri said, no, listen, my friend, you run into training and then you're doing 12 kilometers at training and then you're running home. It's like you're going to be fucked for the weekend.
Exactly. And then he got a Mini Cooper, and he's been driving the Mini Cooper, I think, since he arrived at Chelsea. So it's probably
Did he get the
man
Cooper?
doesn't-
I heard that the players got the Cooper for him second hand.
Oh, is it?
That's what I heard. Yeah, I said the second hand Mini Cooper. They got
It
it
makes
for him.
sense, man. It makes
Yeah, they're
sense.
like, nah, you.
The man
He's not a
doesn't
fancy
have
guy.
car repayments there. He's chilling.
He's not a fancy person, bro. He just keeps things
it's
simple,
very
you know.
humble.
But
Yeah,
still,
but-
tell me, bro. I don't know if you guys saw. One of I think the owner of Man United. The first time I saw him, jeez.
Joel Glazer, yeah.
Yeah, they had one of the
Or
this guy.
Avram Glazer, actually, yeah. Not
I'll
Joel.
be honest, I don't know which one it was. The one with no hair. I don't know if they both have no
Yeah,
hair.
it's Avram. It's Avram. That's Avram.
So
That's the oldest one.
Yeah, it must be him. So the reporter, one of the Sky News reporters was.
In Florida, yeah.
Do you see that? What did you think of that? I mean, for me, I just thought it was. I didn't like the way she did it. I can't lie to you. What did you think of it?
No, but it's good. I like it. It's journalists. Journalists need to ask questions, so they see you in
What did
public
they do?
spaces. It was in Florida, so it's a Sky News reporter. So the Sky News reporter finds Avram Glazer in the streets, and then takes them. They've got cameras and a microphone and asking, so how do you feel about the protests? Are you gonna apologize to Manchester United fans? You guys have never, you haven't been to Manchester in 2 years. Are you gonna, they're asking those questions, So they were asking, that person was
They
asking.
literally haven't been to Manchester in 2 years.
Yeah, they haven't been. They haven't been in 2 years. Yeah. So even before COVID, they hadn't been in a while. Those guys don't care about Man United, man. So they were asking those questions, and he's just like, just driving, just going to his car, gets to his car.
I said nothing.
Said nothing. Kept quiet, man. You know what I mean? Those guys don't care, man. They don't care. They just want to make money. They just want to make money off Man United. But it makes sense for them as investors. As investors, you just want to get the most out of your investment. And
yeah, but at least visit, like at least once in the summer.
Yeah, so they want you to win this, so you got to get to the final, win, so they can take that money.
They won't even be there at the final, which is like it's that's what I think our club owner has done very well. He makes an appearance as often as he can,
But he wasn't allowed in the country because of.
But he wasn't allowed in the country. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but that's
Hey,
not
man is
his
naughty.
endeavors. He's naughty, but it's not his endeavors.
He's naughty,
Like,
man. He's naughty.
if it was up
He's
to him,
naughty, man.
he'd be at the stadium, like he'd be that kind of owner where he's actually involved, showing face, actually meeting with the fans, with the club, with the players. Players have a kind of relationship with him where they kind of know what he expects from them, where they kind of have feel for it. Whereas if the Glazers haven't been here in 2 years, there's some players that have been at Man United shorter than 2 years that don't know what is cooking with the ownership and the management.
You can also imagine Chelsea, the players, the managers get a fright there when Abramovich is around. Because when that boss around, hey, that guy fires quickly. He doesn't even let you know. He just pumps you there.
No, he's one of those. He just shoots from the hip. But I think with Abramovich, at least the thing is he loves football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that genuineness.
Yeah, but the thing is that the Glazers, they love American sports. So these guys come into the UK and they don't know anything about it. They don't even know what the offside rule is.
Do they like soccer?
Yeah, exactly. Soccer. What is this offside rule?
So what's the chances? What's the chances tonight? What's the scoreline going to be here?
4-0 Roma.
I think we could get a
4-0 gets you through. Gets him through, eh?
I think we could get a 4. Let's say 2-1 to Man United. Let me give it a 2-1 to Man United tonight. Yeah, 2-1 to Man United, definitely.
I kind of like what Pumlani's comment was that you guys I don't believe that they're actually starting Pogba in a situation where he could be ruled out for a final. It sounds like the perfect time to actually test out new combinations.
Exactly.
You've got a 4-0 aggregate lead. Why are you actually risking anything? You should be if it was another team in it like Chelsea, they'd then hoy out Kepa to go and try see what's happening, put players in like Abraham to go see what's happening, see how ready they are to actually assist when the crunch time comes. But now you guys are it's like you're going for a 4-0 win, but you don't actually need to. I don't know what's the point that you're going to prove.
No, so it doesn't make sense. So I'm trying to find a place where at least it says, for instance, because I saw one person tweeting the fact that Pogba will be missing the final if he gets a yellow card. But man, I don't know. I'm trying to get more information on that.
I'm back, Jen. Sorry about that. You know what happened? I got a call from Sky Sports. They're looking to do a new segment on Thursday Night Football because I got the Monday Night Football and they're looking for a new host. I told them I'm super busy here, so tell them to actually piss off because I need to come back to work. So, Jens.
Thank you. You did it for us, Claude.
100%. I know where my loyalty lies. I'm a one-man club. Although I saw Pums giving you the green light saying, it was your time to shine. Pums, did he shine at least while I was away?
But the problem is I don't have the controls. I can't control what's happening at the bottom.
No, I was doing it.
It's not about the controls. It's about controlling the conversation.
No, but I want to move on to the next chat. How can I move on? I can't touch anything.
Guys,
give us some power.
Being the host,
can you see? Guys, can you see? Claudia's holding on to power, guys. This is the problem with African dictators, guys.
This is that American vibe. This is an American ownership vibe.
This is American ownership vibes.
With a twist of ANC. With a twist of ANC.
Exactly, with a twist of ANC. You know what I mean?
Young sprinkle there.
Exactly, ANC sprinkle. If
this man's got tendencies.
Exactly. If he was a proper leader, he would allow the controls to be given to all of us so that if there's any technical issues, that we can now lead. You know what I mean? But we couldn't lead.
No, but I'd be scared for the controls to be given to Arsenal, man. Yo. Tough times never last, but they lasted.
Gents, all I want to say is that jersey number 10. Jersey number 10 is a heavy number. Jersey number 10 is heavy, boy. You need to know how to carry that number. All right, guys. So we're actually going to bring it back, and we're actually going to talk about what the Pre-match Muti is normally about the Premier League fixtures, this coming fixtures this weekend. The first one we're going to talk about is Leicester City versus Newcastle.
Okay,
Obviously, you've made the
I
comments already.
I need to correct something that I said. No, I've seen now the comments on this tweet that this person said that if Pogba gets a yellow. No, Pogba's safe, guys. It's all good. It's three consecutive yellows that you miss the following game. So he's all good. Pogba's sorted. If he gets a red card, that's where he's not sorted. It's all good.
Now you're a bit worried though, because if he gets injured, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, there's no point to risk.
No, true. But the problem is that that the depth isn't there. So I think what he should have done is he should have rested Bruno, played Pogba, but rest Bruno, and then play Matic as well. But what does he do? He plays Bruno still. He plays Cavani as well. Cavani is old, man. He should have been on the bench. There's a kid from our reserve side who's on the bench, Ilanga. He could have started him. But yeah, let's see, man. But Ole is too scared, man. He's got that thing, guys. You know that thing of I'm like so close to getting to a final. I don't want to mess it up. So let me put like 80% of my best players on so that But yeah, let's move on to Leicester City versus Newcastle. How are you feeling about the game this weekend, Nick? Are you ready? Are you gonna get the 3 points? Are you gonna help Musa get closer to number 3? Are you gonna give me some breathing room from Leicester?
Go for it, Nick, boy.
What are you doing,
guys? Hey, my friend. I don't know. When we played Leicester the last time, they absolutely spanked us. So I'm thinking we're going to get spanked again. And I don't think.
But I thought you enjoy getting spanked, don't you?
No, I don't.
No?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But yeah, they I think also coming off a missed opportunity dropping points against Southampton. I think this is a perfect opportunity playing a team that is very much a lucky packet, as I've said before. We can show up and potentially get a result, but unfortunately, the chances of that happening are very, very slim. But if they are to happen, we've got the firepower. I think if we play a front three of, say, Maximum, Wilson, and Omron, we can potentially cause an upset. But I think the quality that Leicester have in general is sort of far superior than what we've got. But Leicester are starting to make this sort of a trend. They start to go in this downward spiral towards the end of the season, and potentially some sort of a banana skin for Leicester in the sort of along the path being Newcastle. So I don't know. I think it's going to be cool to play on a Friday night. We haven't played on a Friday night recently. Maybe something will happen. What I thought was quite funny is Brendan Rodgers came out and said, Steve Bruce has done an outstanding job this season. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, mate, we are 17th, just above the relegation zone. And you are saying that Steve Bruce has done a good job, an outstanding job, not a good job, an outstanding job. And then I start to think these absolute arseholes of managers just look after each other. They're like, oh, fuck, he's my mate, so I'll just tell the press that he's done an outstanding job. Is he fucking off his head? Like, come on, guys.
Tell him, Nick.
Like, let's be real, though. Brendan Rodgers, I like the guy, but to say that Steve Bruce is doing an outstanding job, he's lying through his teeth. He's caught out, red-handed, lying. He's a liar, an absolute liar. So, unfortunately,
I get worried that the downward trend for Leicester continues.
Yeah,
I think he's just worried that the downward trend of Leicester continues, and then he gets sacked, and he has to take Steve Bruce's job. I think he's worried about that.
Yeah, I'll take that. But no, but I think for ours,
you'll take anyone right now, man.
We'll take anyone, man. I'll take this new signing for Bafana, Bruce.
Bruce. You go Bruce.
Another Bruce. Get another Bruce.
But at least he's won. At least he's won stuff. He's won the Belgian league, I think, 4 times as a coach. So at least he's got pedigree.
So he might not take the Newcastle job.
Yeah, no, he might not. Poison chalice. But I think the Bafana job and the Newcastle job are very similar. Poison chalice. But in terms of, what we need right now, if we can get a point out of this game, it will be great. I think Fulham just need to lose one more game, and then I think it's done. So I'm just hopeful that happens this weekend. And yeah, I do think we will beat Sheffield United at home, which is in 2 weeks' time.
That's the last game.
Because I don't see a second last game, and then we play Fulham on the last day.
Oh,
but
yes,
I just don't want to go in the. I mean, you don't want to go in the last game of the season, and it's a shootout against the Fulham, who at home can, with 10,000 fans of their own, in that small stadium, will feel like it's full. Will more than likely be a win for them if they've got something to play for. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. Leicester obviously have their qualities, but I do see them sliding at the moment, and a potential upset could be on the cards. Maybe Wilson to get his form back, and we get Joe Willock back.
Yes. Sign the man. Sign the lad.
Wow, the stingy also won't sign him. 20 million is too expensive, bro.
Is that the quoted figure?
Yeah, 20 million.
But is he worth 20 million, guys?
Is
he worth 20 million?
fucking Oxlade?
I think he is. If the Ox is going for 17, he's definitely worth 20 because he's younger than Ox, and he's and you know what I mean. He's got no injuries like
Not
the
a
Ox.
chance. You could actually buy Ox.
And if Fred is worth,
but then Newcastle might as well put money on Ox instead of buying
injuries
and keep the change.
Why would you buy a player that's 6 years old and has got injuries?
Also,
he's 27. He's still got a good 6. He's got like a good 6 seasons to go.
Mosa, he's a clown. I agree with Selo. Actually, rather buy a young player where the club's giving him the chance. He's got the opportunity. He's got the platform. He can become a big player for Newcastle. Chamberlain's going to go there. He's going to clown around like he does at every club he goes to, and he's going to think he's bigger than Newcastle, and you're not going to get the most out of him. And he will find an injury for himself not to play and get paid. It's kind of the thing that he does.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
mean, look, he's been unlucky. He's been unlucky at Liverpool. He has been unlucky. But when I met him at Arsenal twice, the twice I've worked with him, I wasn't too impressed. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, he wasn't serious?
We're going to, guys, our takeover is going to go through and we'll buy Sancho. So don't stress. We'll create our own Super League there in Saudi Arabia.
I'm just asking a valid question there about Maddison, but I think Maddison had an injury during the season, and I think he just took a bit of time to get back from that injury, and he's fallen off a bit. He's fallen down the pecking order even for England, and I doubt he'll make the England squad. Unless Grealish gets injured, he might make it, but I doubt he will make it with Grealish, Mount, and Foden being the midfielders that can play in attack as well. So they're the midfielders who can play like in attack. They're like number 10/forwards. You know what I mean? Whereas it's tough in the England squad, man. So I doubt he'll make the squad.
But also, he also cooked his goose when he broke the COVID regulations with Leicester. I don't think Gareth Southgate will touch a player like that now. I think he's.
Was it the haircut? What happened there? Did he go for a haircut or did he go party or what happened there? Claudio, what's happening?
Yeah, I think he did do something. I think it was him and Jose Perez, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the two of them sort of left their camp or something like that. I can't actually recall. But I think there were 3 of the players that were actually caught out doing something they weren't supposed to do.
Stupid.
But I mean, the thing is, like your Greenwood and Foden did the same, didn't they? In Iceland.
Yes. Yeah, they put goals into the hotel room. Yeah,
into the hotel room. So I think a lot of the players have actually, and I think they've been burnt. But I think
even Walker,
for Greenwood, and I think Greenwood, Walker, Foden, I think it happened quite early on in this whole COVID process. So it sort of saved them. Grealish also was caught. He was caught going to his sister's house or something like that.
Yeah.
For a family get together. I think the media trace these guys. They like follow them around.
They do. Yeah. They put a tracer. They put a trace on these guys. So Birmingham news is like just running around. Hey, there's Jack Grealish. He's the only one with a Urus in town or whatever, And they find him and they're like, boo, boo, boo. There he is,
But listen, I just need to comment on Arjun's comment here, and he said it the other day. Listen, mate, they don't want to buy Man United. They want to buy Newcastle United, the only United. So please stay away. Hands off our Saudis, please. The Glazers are there to stay.
Nick, look, if these protests continue and they do manage by some sort of miracle turn the Glazers' head, why would the Saudis not? Yeah, why would they not consider United ahead of Newcastle?
Because they've got an opportunity to make their own club. their own story.
That's going to
Man
cost.
United's been
True.
no. It's going to
Right.
cost what? Man United is going to cost them 300.
They'll make their money back.
4 billion
They'll make
pounds.
their money back though.
Yeah, and then what has City become in 10 years? City's become huge in the Middle East. They've made their money back.
But why
made their
would?
money back.
But it's not about that.
So
It's about
Newcastle only going to cost 300 million pounds. Why spend 4 billion?
but it's going to require getting the right people in at Newcastle, and you have to
Yeah,
build
they're
it.
gonna do it.
Man
They're gonna
United.
do it.
Let's think about Man United. Man United are ready to go. They just need to change leadership. They're ready
why-
to go.
why-
they need
why are
upgrade
they not-
so they can
so
spend
why
that
are they
money
not
and then they
putting
can head out.
But why are they not? Then why are they not going there? If
Because they're not for sale.
Well, they're not for
previously.
sale. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Previously.
saying by some
Any
miracle,
clubs for
if the
sale- any
Glazers.
clubs for sale at any price. Any clubs for
Well,
sale. at any price.
then who knows? Then
So-
you might then, like Arjun's saying, you might be worried. Then you should be worried.
Nah, I don't need to be worried, guys. Just leave me alone. Just leave the Saudis with me, man. They wanted to come to Newcastle. They coming to
Alright.
Newcastle. Come on, guys. Have the faith, man. Come on.
Gents, okay, well, what we're going to do today, because we've already taken a large chunk of the time not doing the things that we normally do, but what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight to the betting corner. And within the betting corner, we'll dissect the teams a little bit and then give our predictions. Is everyone on board with that?
That's cool.
100%.
Oh, we are.
That's good.
Did Musa get called into Sky Sports? I think.
I think you did. Eh?
Yeah,
And
I didn't know. I think
it's
they're
a
tapping him up.
celebration. It's a celebration party for you got pulled into Stamford Bridge for a celebration party.
Celebration party. But they might also be playing us off each other. I wasn't aware they were tapping him up either. So I didn't tell him how much I was going for.
Does Chelsea have a supporters club in South Africa?
I don't know.
They do.
But that's
They
also-
had one. They had one at the keg in Sunninghill.
Or is it?
Oh, is it?
Okay.
But
Okay, no, okay.
it's not
Oh, you're
the
right, they
keg
do.
now. It's not the keg now anymore. I actually watched the last Champions League final where Chelsea won. Who did they play in the final? Was it by Munich?
Bayern, yeah.
Yeah, when Drogba scored, I watched it there. It was actually quite cool. There's quite
proper.
a few Chelsea fans. Yeah.
No proper. Okay. Maybe Musa's there.
Yeah, he might be
Arjun,
there,
just
but also
stop
think
talking
I think they
about
heard
the
me saying I was
Saudis,
a. I heard them. They probably heard me say I was a one-man club, and they were like, "Screw this guy. We're gonna go where we know loyalty can be bought," and they've gone straight to Musa. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, guys. Betting corner. We're gonna discuss the first game. Okay, we've spoken about Leicester, Newcastle, but now it's time for predictions. We're gonna start with Nick. We're then gonna go to Wonga, and then we're gonna go Silo and end off with me. Nick, let's hear those predictions there for the Leicester City versus Newcastle game.
I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think we'll do a similar sort of performance as we did against Liverpool. I think if, it's classic Steve Bruce, we'll probably go 1-0 down, stay in the game, 1-0 to the 95th minute, or the 85th minute, bring on Willock, and then he'll score in the 90th to go home with a point. The man only needs 5 minutes to play, so it seems like it's working.
These 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes.
Wonga,
I
what do you
think,
say, man?
I'm also agreeing with Nick there. Look, Newcastle, Leicester have also been on a good run. I think Southampton's what stopped them last time, and Newcastle, I think they still look. They don't need to win it. A draw would be good enough. I think, like Nick said, they can go and win. I think the last 2 games they have there. But yeah, now if they draw this, I think it's going to give them a bit more confidence, and I'm pretty sure that's what they'll be aiming for. But again, Leicester, I think Leicester still have the ability to do something there. But I'm going to say a 1-1 draw.
I think after the draw that Leicester had in the last game against the Saints, I think they wanna correct things this week. Nick, just unfortunately, man. I think Leicester's gonna win this one 2-1.
Thanks, man.
I think the game's going to be won by 1 goal. I think that's going to be the difference between the sides. But I'm leaning towards the 2-1 for Leicester City. Unlucky, Nick. it's one of those things. It's you had your moment, you had your time in the sun, you guys were shining, and you guys are safe now. So I think it's time for the wheels to slowly come off and just make it across the finish line.
I just looked at the log between 13th and 17th. There's only 2 points. So and it just shows you. So we like say we win this game, for example, and we end up finishing 13th or 14th.
Yeah.
Steve Bruce and the pundits will all jump on the bandwagon and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, great season! Like fantastic!"
100%.
Even though we were.
So rather finish 17th.
Yeah, it just shows you how like evenly matched the sort of bottom half to relegation actually is in terms of quality. It's all quite poor because at any point in the season, any of these teams could have gone down. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. But thanks.
It's just they started better than you.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But thanks, Arman, and thanks, Pums. I got your back, guys. I got your back.
Guys, and also, it's the first time Arman's joining us here today. So just let's give him a little round of applause to say thank you for joining us.
You can say it, bro.
How's it, Arman? Nice one.
Right. Next game we're going to chat about is the curtain raiser for the Champions League final. The Man City versus Chelsea. This can be the game that Man City win the title, no?
It's crazy how they're playing like flipping. It's weird how it works. Like they make it to the final and then they play that weekend.
Immediately,
it's weird, eh?
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if they're both going to have a bit of a hangover because they both played really well. They like were quality on the night, both of them. And I'm concerned we get a watered down performance from both teams. But yeah, I personally think that City are going to want to right the wrong from the FA Cup semi-finals. So I do see City coming away with this. I think there will be goals. I think maybe 3 goals in total. I think City will come away with a 2-1 win and potentially lift the trophy. Because I think they're going to want to win it as soon as possible because they want to put their focus into the Champions League final.
Yeah, that's true. And I was just thinking about it now. I was leaning on towards the side, maybe thinking that Pep is clear. Why show his cards to them in this match?
Hey man, we got people from Indonesia, guys. Let's
Guys, I think that's where Arjun's from as well.
I also from Indonesia.
I'm saying Arjun sent him here. So you know what? I think the man needs a captain's armband there. He's recruiting. Left, right, and said top scout, goal lounge scout. That's a new title. You are the scout.
Famous in Japan. We're famous in Indonesia, guys.
Indonesia. Is that our first tour, guys? Is that our first tour? Come allows. Oh, Arjun is in Australia. Arjun, mate. Arjun, mate.
Oh, Cello, mate. That's not a very good Aussie accent there. Oh, you fucking dragger. No, we're not from Australia. All right, Wonga Digger, did you give your prediction for the game?
No. Oh, we're talking about Leicester. I can't even remember what I was saying now. Oh, Man City one, yeah.
Man City, Chelsea, bro. What's wrong with you? This guy, he's too busy. He's too busy keeping up with Arsenal's sort of incoming news there. Yeah. Go ahead, Wonga.
No, but I think it's going to play out to be a draw. I think I can't remember who said it there, but I also think it's going to be a 0-0 draw. And I'm also suspecting that City don't play the full strength squad, but let's see what happens.
Okay.
Silo?
I think City. If they win this game, they win the league. So I think because of that, City will set out the stall, make sure, and also this is also would be a confidence booster for them going into the final. Imagine losing the FA Cup semi against Chelsea, and then now losing in the league again. Then will dent their confidence going into the Champions League final. So I think they need to dominate this game and beat them so that they can at least get one over them going into the Champions League final. Just a psychological battle.
Yeah.
So they can't lose. And
don't they require Man United to drop points this weekend for them to win the league? I think
because of the game is
you didn't play. You didn't play against Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, because of the game in end. But I thought to myself, I think they were getting closer to the league title. Then obviously, obviously the more wins you get, the closer you get. Doesn't really matter what Man United do. So they are on 80 points. Man United's on 67. They'll be on 83 with 3 games to go. Man United with 5 games to go, 15 plus 67 gets us to 82. We can only get to 82 points. And if they get to 83, then they win the league. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they won
so it's
it then.
done. Yeah, so it's done
Okay.
for them. So
done.
they need to win this game. They need to
Okay.
definitely win this game. So I think that's one of the things that will motivate them.
I
And
wonder, do you think they'll give the trophy to them this weekend?
no,
No,
Because
they
they're at
won't
home.
do that. No, they'll have
home
to have
game.
a proper procession with the
They'll
guys.
do the one.
God of
They'll do
honor.
the one.
Yeah, but they're at home.
They'll do the one with the fans. But when the fans are, because for the last 2 rounds,
Oh yeah,
the
true.
the home games, the home
But
games
also
will
the
have fans.
game of the God of Honor always happens in the next game. You don't win it and then they come out and then it's one of those things. But I do. So from my perspective, in terms of if I'm discussing this game or dissecting it, like sell a valid point. Yeah.
So Nick, you'll be doing the God of Honor for them then, because you're playing them the week during the week.
Yeah,
you'll be the guys doing the God of Honor. Yeah.
There's something significant for Newcastle there. Imagine. How did they get given this sort of privilege? Steve Bruce. And that's why Steve Bruce will say it was a successful season. We survived and we gave Man City the God of Honor.
And we're just going to roll over. They're going to give us 6 that day.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. But going back to the prediction, I personally think Selor's got onto something there with the psychological battle. And Pep Guardiola doesn't mess around. The sooner he can wrap up the title, the better it is for everyone. And then they can really focus on what they all really want. And that is the Champions League trophy. That is it. So if they can get this one done and dusted. So in my opinion, it's going to be a 2-1 victory to Man City. That's where it's going. And also, shout out to this, guys. Arjun is our man. Listen to this man. Top scout, top goal launch. He is saying we're also cool. Did we think you're cool too, by the way? I'm just going to put that out there. And then Naledi. Naledi, thank you for joining us as well today. I mean, you haven't been here before, or has he? You guys aware? No, he hasn't. Naledi? She? Oh, sorry. She. My bad. Yep. But anyway, she's saying Chelsea will be fighting for 3 points. They need the result to keep the top 4 fight going. Yep, that's true. All right, guys. So the next game we're going to be discussing Liverpool versus Southampton. Nick, let's hear it.
Yeah. I think Liverpool need to win. Liverpool need to win.
The feeder club.
Yeah, you guys need to win. I think it's about time. You guys had a break last week. Obviously didn't play Man United, but I think it will be straightforward. I think Southampton's season, I think they're safe, and I think they just want to go to the beach now and relax. So I think if you guys have any hope of finishing anywhere near a European spot, I think it's going to be a conventional win for you guys. So I see a 2-0 win for Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool's in that space as well. That Aston has been with me, where you need to win and you just don't. And that can literally continue again this coming week. As I've learned, it doesn't matter your opponent; it just happens. You'll just draw or you'll lose, no matter how much you want those points. Honestly, I think Liverpool and Aston have got the same track record, and Southampton should be easy points. They drew against Leicester the week before. If they haven't gone on holiday, as Nick says, then Liverpool are going to have something there to worry about. But they need the points. I say they draw.
How do you give that long sort of explanation and just says, no, you know what, forgetting everything I said.
No, this guy, it's like his notepad with his notes are like, it looks like a Liverpool win, but at the end it says, I see Liverpool win, but no, it's not happening. That's what his notepad says.
He's got the crib notes. He's got the crib notes, but he's copying them wrong. He's still failing the exam. That's what's going on here.
I just had a thought. They must join us. I can't be the only one. Not only in Champions League, you can see.
I made a mistake. You see, Claudia, sorry, you were right. You're saying he. I'm saying she. Sorry.
No, lady, you know what? This guy, he likes making me feel dumb out here. I don't know what your situation. It's because he's wearing a United shirt. That's the only issue here.
Sorry.
You know what that was? He must have had an ex that was a lady. That's what's going on here.
Listen to this guy. What a rubbish guy. But even though you're a rubbish person, I do think your team will win this weekend.
Thank you.
Because Southampton is your feeder team. They need to allow the big boys to get over the line. And the next season, I don't know who you're gonna raid Who you gonna sign from Southampton next season?
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings, yes. Oh, but no, but it went the other way, right? It went the other way. So
Yeah,
so
bring him back.
Get Danny Ings back.
So go back. So because if you think about it, guys, how many players? Look, Virgil van Dijk, Sadio Mane, what's this guy's name? Nathaniel Klein, Minamino, Danny Ings. Who
There's
else
a lot.
now? There's so many players.
Lovren was another one.
Lovren is another one. Imagine that. It's just
Southampton with Klopp and
Nathaniel Klein was another one.
Yeah, exactly. So I think.
No. Klopp did not sign half of those players. Also, don't just be throwing things out. Get your notepad out again and then start saying accurate things. This guy.
I said it's Southampton with Klopp and money. That's what I said.
Sign that South African boy. That would be quite a story.
Aman's right. They're gonna sign James Ward-Prowse. That makes sense. That makes sense.
For set pieces.
That makes sense. So I definitely think that but Liverpool will win. I think let me give it a 2-0 to Liverpool. Like Naledi said. Like Naledi, I agree with you on that scoreline 2-0 to Liverpool. But what team can Aman and Naledi tell us what teams they support? Because Arjun, we know he's a Man United supporter.
Yes.
He's joined. He's in my corner.
Aman's a Newcastle fan, bro. We've established that.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I was with Arjun as well because I was thinking Vestergaard just as a backup at centre back, but it's been confirmed, or in terms of the tabloids, that obviously the interest with Liverpool signing centre back. Leipzig's Ibrahima Konate. Yeah, I feel like that is the play they're going to be pursuing for a cover centre back there at Liverpool. But as for the result this coming weekend, I think
it supports Brentford.
They might get promoted.
He's going to get promoted. He's going to get promoted, guys.
Well, they're in the playoffs again. They hate the playoffs. They always fall short.
I'm sure they wish they could get Ollie Watkins and Ben Rama back again. And this time maybe they learn from their mistakes.
They've got my old striker, Ivan Toney. He's loving him. Ask Aman to comment on Ivan Toney. He's firing it up.
But he's being linked with a move away. Apparently clubs are looking at him for the Premier League clubs.
Yeah, but this is a perfect example. Newcastle selling their strikers. We sold 2 strikers, Adam Armstrong and Ivan Toney, both in the top 5 of the goal scorers list in the Championship. And now they're probably going to get moved to the Premier League. But that's our club for you.
You guys should have put clauses in their contracts, man. Like first refusal, buyback or something.
They should have hired you to make these deals, bro.
Yeah, I think so. I think it makes sense. I mean, Aman doesn't think Ivan Toney is going anywhere. He's convinced.
But we need Aman. We need Aman in the Premier League, guys. We need We need Brentford in the Premier League. They can't be the playoffs.
Newcastle out. Aman comes onto the show. How about that, Nick? We get rid of. Guys, can I just say my prediction? You guys have had your time to shine. Let me just talk about my team for a second.
Man.
I mean, this whole show.
I was just trying to engage the new people. Sorry, brother. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, let me talk about Liverpool for a second. I mean, look, it should be a foregone conclusion this week, and it should be. They've had time to prepare 2 weeks now because they were meant to play United. Sure, the game didn't happen, it threw them off a little bit, but still, time to prepare nonetheless. And Southampton, like you guys said, do not bite the hand that feeds you. The money comes to Southampton from Liverpool's pockets, so they should just roll over and die. That's all I'm saying. So let's see if that's going to happen. But 2-0 victory to Liverpool, and let's finally get the good times rolling at Anfield again. Those are my last thoughts there. Now we can move on. Any final things that you guys want to say about Brentford?
Oh, it'd be nice to have them in the league. They got a new stadium. They've got a new stadium that looked set for them to start. Their first game in the new stadium was going to be in the Premier League, but then they fell at the last hurdle there in the playoffs. So it'll be cool to see them. They built a new stadium there in London.
I'm trying to see nice. I'm trying to see because with the table.
I used to like them because of Makocho, but he's obviously gone to Cincinnati now in the
now he's in the States there.
Yeah, because I see. I've also played against him once. Yeah, back in the day.
Anyway,
but I'm looking at the table. So it is a automatic thing where number 3 versus number 6, 4 versus 5, right, Nick?
Yeah.
So they've got one each team has one more game. Brentford has secured 3rd spot. Swansea, Bournemouth, and Barnsley. I think they could catch Swansea in fourth. So it looks like right now it could be Brentford versus Barnsley, Swansea versus Bournemouth.
But guys, you know what the coolest story of that league is? Their Sheffield Wednesday started with minus 12 points. They're now third last, and they're playing Wayne Rooney. And look where they are at the bottom. Wayne Rooney, 2 points, I think, separate them, and they're playing each other. Wayne Rooney at Derby County. So that game's a proper shootout. Whoever wins that
man. Rooney's lost
So
5 games in a row.
Yeah, he might get relegated.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Right, Nick. Oh, also, guys, wait, before we talk about this one, I just want to ask Aman I mean, all the way from Indonesia, you got to tell us the story at some point as to why you support Brentford, but you can let us know. Right, Aston Villa, Man United. Nick, let's hear it. Ba-boom.
Yeah, I think for me, I think Celo is just very excited to potentially be playing at a stadium that might host the Champions League final, because he's not going to see that for a while. So I think this weekend will be your big day out, mate. So
big day to the sun.
You might pull through. You don't have the pressure back home in Manchester where they want to burn your stadium down, but I think you guys will sort of you'll have the bounce from going through tonight, and beat a Villa side that's been very inconsistent in the second half of the season. They had a great start to the season, but sort of those teams, I always say, the teams that come up from the Championship, they always have that 1 year, 2 year bounce, and then it starts to taper off. So I think they've sort of evened out to where their sort of quality really is, and I think Man United's quality will be too good for them. I think Ollie Watkins will be a threat, but I do see you guys coming away with a 3-1 victory. I think you guys' away form is good, and they look a bit suspect at the back.
Yeah, I agree with Nick on that one. I'm looking at this, and I'm looking for reasons for Man United. Yeah, I'm looking for reasons for Man United to lose. Yeah, but yeah, I think they'll take this comfortably. 1-0, and
they'll take it comfortably. 1-0. Not comfortably 3-0, 4-0. Comfortably 1-0. That's it. That's comfortable.
Do you hear yourself when you talk, bro? Like that made no sense.
No, what I mean is, I don't think it won't be a challenge for them at all. That's what I'm saying. But Man United, obviously the 6-2 was a bit of a hectic goal rush, but yeah. I don't even. Now even the position they find themselves in now, unless they decide to protest again, which I hope they do, and I hope they get deducted points. But yeah, I think they're pretty much comfortable at number 2, and that's the position now with the draw win on the weekend. But I think they'll win it.
While Wong was speaking, I was just checking if how's Grealish's injury. He's still injured, so that's good. So I think, man, it's going to be. I'm giving it 3-1 to Man United. Goals
you copied me with everything, bro.
No, I said Newcastle's gonna lose.
You guys are all reading the same cheat sheet today.
I said Newcastle's gonna lose.
I said Liverpool 2-0. Come on, bro.
I said you're gonna lose. I said
take
Newcastle's
it easy,
gonna lose.
Man.
Sorry, man. Sorry, but I see Man United 3-1. Mason Greenwood. So if you got him in your fantasy team. By the way, Manchester United have 3 matches in fantasy, so you better get your Manchester United players on the starting lineup. So if you got your Mason Greenwoods, your Bruno Fernandes, make sure you have them in the team, captain them, whatever. Just get them in. But yeah, I feel that
Liverpool have two game weeks as well. Again,
yeah, Liverpool have 2 game weeks. Leicester's got 2 game weeks as well. So a couple of teams have 2 game weeks. So just watch out for that as well if you play fantasy, and if you need to get some points, triple captain some people maybe. I'm just giving you guys hints. But yeah, Man United 3-1. Let's see what Claudio has to say.
Yeah, I think Man United are going to win comfortably. They'll score half a goal. That's how it will work. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. Wonga's not happy about that one. Wonga, what's going on there, man? Hey, what's going on on the side there? No, okay. About the game. So yeah, Aston Villa, Man United. Look, guys, I think it's going to be a routine sort of day out for United. Ollie might. Let's hope he plays around, gives some other guys a run, and they still get the results across the line. But I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Man United. That's pretty much where my head's at. Last but not least, it's actually time for Arsenal West Brom. So let's hear that prediction.
Oh, fat Sam.
At least Wonga's finally happy about something here, gents.
Listen, I think it might be close to getting him relegated, I think, if you beat him. Fat Sam.
Surely
so he's going to come out punching. And I said this last week, but it never worked. But I think you might have a hangover because I have a feeling, Wonga, that you might go through tonight. And I think it will all come crashing down when you play against West Brom on Sunday. So I do think you guys are going to drop points. I think it's just going to be a boring game. I think you guys are just not going to come out the blocks and you're going to draw 1-1.
Hey, Nick, I share that one with you. I honestly think I've heard it too many times during the week. I think we're fortunate that Leeds are playing Tottenham and Aston Villa are playing Man United. Because if we lose and one of those teams win, they both overtake us. If they both win, they both overtake us. There's 2 spots dropped. I think with Arsenal, I've heard it every week. What I've heard every week is Arteta, such a clever coach, so intelligent. We need to win today. Today, it's a big result. We win, we climb the table, we're closer to Europe. Then we lose. So that's exactly what's going to happen this week. And West Brom have got huge incentive to win this weekend, and they've got that big man up front. I don't know.
Where's he from? He's from Congo, I think.
Sounds like a typical same Adidas signing. That
I don't see an Arsenal defender handling that if they bombard us with crosses and corners. But I'm hoping we do it. But look, I'm not going to expect anything, and because of what West Brom have to fight for, I'm going to say it's a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at my notes that I've created now as well, because I need to also create these notes, right?
Look, but Selo, sorry, I just want to say, Pumalani is saying, listen, Arsenal need to help relegate West Brom, and then Armand, there we go, Nick.
I love this one. Excited for Brentford to compete with Newcastle Arsenal next season, and then the next comment for survival.
I love it, Ahmad. Hey man, I need them, guys. We need them in the Premier League, guys. I'm gonna be watching those playoffs when they start. I think it's next week, and hopefully they can come through. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna go with the Arsenal win for this one. I think I was pleasantly surprised with the performance that they put out against Newcastle. Rotating the squad a bit, playing some players that don't usually get game time, and they want to obviously show up. And if they do get into the Europa League final, those players will want to continue to play well. So your Martinellis will start, and I think your Al-Nenis will also start. And Tierney's on the bench tonight, so he'll probably start that game. So I think that they'll do well. And Lacazette's on the bench, I think, as well today. So those players are going to come back and play. And Lacazette's been one of their best players in the last 10 games. So Arsenal's going to win 2-1.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm agreeing with what Nick's saying. They're going to be spent tonight. He's obviously trying to put his best foot forward tonight. They can't be thinking about the game against West Brom. Yeah, well, look, this is what Arteta clearly thinks is the best foot forward. But there's no ways they're thinking about Sunday. There's just no reason to do that. So, and I think Sam Allardyce coming into the game, the guy's prickly. We know that. And we know he's still fighting for his own pride. That's what he's going to do. And he's going to frustrate Arsenal. He's going to make sure it's tight at the back. Wait for that long ball. Wait for that set piece that he can get. And take advantage of somewhat inconsistent back four or defensive sort of setup there for Arsenal. But I mean, let's be honest. The last couple of games, Arsenal's saving grace has been Leno. And apart from the one that he let through his legs or whatever the scenario was. So, yeah, I think 1-1 draw for me. 1-1 draw there. That's what I'm going with.
Why are you copying Nick's prediction, man?
Guys, don't copy me, man.
Next game we're going to talk about is
the final one. Ooh.
Look, I could go with 0-0, but I just don't think it's going to happen. But it will be a draw. They won't go more than 2 goals each team. Let's be honest. It's one of those. Nick, today you've been on form.
Okay.
You should see it that way. You should see it that way.
Yeah,
Leno. Oh, I didn't know that Leno wants to leave. Where does he want to go? I'm trying to think, where can Leno go that he can get some money that he gets the same as Arsenal. But yeah, that'll be interesting.
Leno wants to go. Hectic. Yes, they're gonna be. You might as well just put no goalkeeper there.
you get Matt Ryan, bro.
Oh goodness.
And you guys got rid of Martinez. Right, Nick. This one's important because West Ham are still in the shout there for the top 4 sort of place. Everton claim to be in that race, but we know they're not really in that race. So let's hear this one.
Everton claim to be a big club of some sort. I don't understand why. So
just like another club I know wearing black and white.
Yeah, man, we're bigger than Everton. I'll tell you that much, and West Ham. But I think West Ham are gonna win this game. I think they're gonna have to if they want any chance of climbing into that top 4 back home. And I think Everton feebly lost against a sort of average Villa side. I think West Ham will do the business. I think it'll be another 2-1 win for West Ham, and I think they will go down fighting if they aren't going to make it into the top 4, but it's going to be very close.
Yeah. Look, they win now. And Chelsea lose, they level on points with Chelsea. And I think they had the same. They had the last time they had the opportunity to take the 4th position. They missed it out. Now it's like a second shot at it. And looking from a West Ham point of view, you think that they would take it. So I'd also give them. And I think it's going to be. I think they would take it 2-0. I don't think. Well, I mean, if Everton are in it, then Liverpool are in it as well. So, but 54, 50, 52. It's the same thing.
I see what Arman is saying. Definitely, the Donnarumma rumor to Juventus is huge, but man, it's crazy what Mino Raiola wants. He wants 20 million pounds for him, 20 million euros for himself, and then Donnarumma's dad is going to get 5 million, I think, and then Donnarumma's going to get paid 10 million euros a season. But he'll be signed on a free transfer because he's running his contract down, and then AC Milan's going to sign the little keeper.
Juventus love a free. Juventus love a free.
But you love it free, but then you have to pay up on the other, and this is other stuff. You know what I mean? What they did is
make shit up. Yeah.
Then Szczesny will leave. Then I guess you know what I mean.
Guys, but Szczesny, can we all be honest about Szczesny though? Szczesny has never been a world-class keeper. The fact that he's the number 1 at Juventus blows my mind.
Yeah, he's never been. He's never been world class. He's always been he used to be at Roma before. He was perfect for Roma. A keeper like that club. It's perfect. Like a top 7 team. It's perfect. You know what I mean? But not a top 2 team in Italy.
He was like
but surely he did better there than he did at Arsenal. Goodness me.
But this right there, what Arman's saying. What Arman's saying there, Ramsey getting 350k. I mean, that is why Juventus haven't won the league this season. These are the type of players that, when I look at that starting 11, I go, this is not an elite team. How can Ramsey be the one? I can't take them seriously. No, and
but people manager,
Yeah, he went to the free. So
he did. But still, nonetheless, you can't be paying a player like that who was at Arsenal, not doing well at Arsenal. At that time that he was signed, he was doing okay. You know what I mean? This is what they're doing.
I agree with Arman that they should rather go for De Gea.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to deal with
exactly.
you'd have to deal with Mino Raiola at least. You know what I mean? Because that's also like just rubbish business, man. You know what I mean? But he's been feeding Juventus players, man. He gave them Matthias de Ligt as well. So yeah, but going back to West Ham and Everton, I think that I think it's going to be hey man, it's a tricky one. But I love the performance that West Ham gave against who are they playing now? They're playing who are they playing this last game? Was it? Well, they're playing Villa.
Burnley.
They played Burnley, yeah.
Burnley.
Played
Yeah,
Burnley,
yeah.
Clareton, another Clareton blue team. I like the performance; it was quite good. Mikel Antonio's bossing everything up front, so I give them a win in this game. But I do see Everton scoring because they can't keep a clean sheet. So I'd say 2-1 to West Ham.
We got a T-Rex in goals there, a miniature one.
Because you didn't predict that, right, Nick?
I said 2-1. I said 2-1 West Ham.
Ah, damn! I wasn't trying to copy you, man.
Bro, you're becoming like Wonga. Every time Wonga went after me, he used to just copy me. We used to make Wonga go first. Wonga needs to go first. But now we need to change.
If Nick says the same result, I think just minus a goal from the losing team. That's what happened.
Tell us what you think there, Claudio.
Tell us, Claudio.
Jets. Newcastle find themselves in a very good way, and obviously with Antonio coming back to the squad, I mean that just boosts any prospects that they have. Newcastle.
I'd love to
confuse
have
the two clubs.
I'd love Antonio to play for my team.
But on a serious note, though, what Antonio gives, what he gives West Ham is something else. There's all of a sudden there's a target man in that box. They can pick up the pieces, whether it's a tap in, whether it's the head, whether it's driving them forward. He might not be the greatest technically, but when he picks up the ball and he runs at defenders, he makes them think twice, and that's a huge boost for them. And we saw the impact he had against that game against Burnley. So for me, well, there's only one winner here. Obviously, Ancelotti knows how to frustrate it. So if Ancelotti doesn't want to lose this game, they will leave with a point. But he can't afford to do that. He has to go for it. Ancelotti has to go for it. In that case, they're going to be exposed at the back, and I think West Ham are going to take advantage of it. All they have to do is sit tight, wait for them to come, and then they'll take them on the break that they have with the players. So, that being said, West Ham to win 3-1. That's what I think. I think Everton have a goal in them, but West Ham, Lingard is flying, Antonio is flying, the other boys are all buzzing. Declan Rice, by the way, I read. Benrahma, they're flying. Also, I read a rumor today that Declan Rice to Man City if Fernandinho leaves at the end of the season.
Nah, I think
not going to get much game time.
I think Fernandinho needs to stay one more season. Yeah, man. He needs to come to Man United, bro. He needs to come to Man United.
Well, say they don't. So if West Ham qualify for West Ham, what am I saying? If Declan Rice and West Ham qualify for the Champions League,
yeah, there's no need to leave.
Then there's incentive. Then there's definitely incentive for them to stay. But
100%.
If they don't, the Oaks definitely going to be looking elsewhere. It's just he's not true to West Ham. He came from Chelsea, so I don't see him sticking with the club. To be honest,
but he might be made club captain, man.
Hey, that's the number one rule. In terms of when you don't want a player to leave, you're making your club captain. That's what all the coaches do. Right?
He's 22 years old. He's 22 years old, so he can leave at 24.
Maybe it gives him a little bit more confidence. Right, guys. That pretty much wraps up our betting corner and the show for tonight. Last thoughts before we bounce.
Thank you for the new viewers. Aman and obviously Arjun was already there on Tuesday, and thanks to Naledi for tuning in as well. I saw Warren Pereira there. I saw quite a lot of people on the show tonight.
We're
international. That's all I gotta say. We're international.
Famous in Indonesia, guys.
Our first tour is going to start in Australia and then
go to Indonesia after.
Indonesia, Australia. Yeah. We'll see whatever the best package is.
Whichever one.
Can you guys organize for us?
100%.
Yeah, we do a live show from there. That'll be amazing. Right.
That'll be even better. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. I'm ready. COVID must end so we can do it and have a good time.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming on to the show this evening. Wonga, all the best for tonight's game. Let's hope it's an all-English final for Manchester United and Arsenal.
Can I just say one more thing, Wonga? Just make sure you press very hard on that where you got your fingers there, just so you make sure you hear what Sky Sports tell you. Your hand must be so sore, man. You've just had your finger there the whole night.
I didn't even realize it. Just chill us.
Actually, when
Hey,
whoever
bro,
watches this back, yeah.
This is all the like Selo was saying in the beginning. All the powers they're taken by one man. You need to help us here, bro. You need to help us here. You need to help us here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, soon things will happen. If we get more people from Indonesia and more Australian guys coming out, anywhere else, you guys keep bringing them on the show, and then we can get Wonga a proper headset. That's what we'll be doing.
Guys. I'll send you my PayPal account. Just send me something there. I'm still struggling. I'm struggling. Like, this is crazy.
Well, guys, breaking news.
tough,
Yeah,
man.
breaking news. Listen to this. It is 5:00 in the morning at the moment in Australia. So,
Hectic.
wowza. Arjun.
Hectic. I thought you were
Thank
going to
you
say
very much.
Arsenal's losing. Jeez.
I mean,
Give me a heart
that
attack,
wouldn't
bro.
be breaking news. That wouldn't be breaking news, not for us anyway.
That'll be normal news. That'll be.
Whew, Jesus.
There we go,
it's
Wonga.
phenomenal.
You're just waiting for Wonga.com, dude. Why are you slow? Why aren't you organizing getting these guys to give you the beanie and the headset? Eh?
And Wonga.com is a South African company, yeah?
Exactly.
We still, bro. Someone told me Wonga in England means money or something like that. Oh, one of my English teachers told me that it means money. And I
The
said,
thing
bro,
is, Wonga.com is hated in the UK. It's like they're seen as like loan sharks.
They are loan sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are.
essentially.
Just legal.
They were started by two Jewish guys in South Africa. They live in London now.
Oh, is it?
They went to King David Linksfield, yeah.
Ah, proper.
Yeah. Just,
All right, gentlemen. That's pretty much the show.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a fantastic evening. We'll see you guys on Tuesday for PrematchMuti. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the football. And listen, Arjun, if you can bring more people onto the show, holy Moses, we might have to get you something sometime sooner rather than later. All right, gentlemen. All right. We'll see you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.